and today we have a reading for you about a King of Wands in the reverse. We have someone that is used to getting their way. This could be like the head of a family, or maybe even the owner of a company, or it could just be a rather proud romantic partner that you have. But there is some sort of public event here, perhaps a wedding or a birthday party or some sort of gathering for professional, like coworker style, right? But I have to be kind of cautious with this card. We have the Four of Pentacles coming through in the reverse. Sorry, she's naked. There's a bigger loss that happens because of someone's crash out or their very angry response. In other words, they throw a very public temper tantrum, and whatever was originally kind of not great goes from bad to worse because of their throwing a fit and acting like a 5-year-old. So that's a thing. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, or a lot. I'm sorry, a lot. But it's Friday. Happy Friday. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Gracie. How are we doing today? Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Evan. What's happening? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that email address in the description box if I said it too quickly for you. You can also find out how to become a member and get access to additional content in the description box. And if you'd like to find my Etsy shop, it's linked below in the description box if you're interested in a homemade soy candle. Otherwise, in other announcements, I have a cooler pen than you. Check it out. Oh, hold on. I ruined it. Isn't that cool? It floats. It's like, it belongs on the Enterprise, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, I have a cool pen. Hello, Lone Wolf. How are you doing? All right. We're going to start with the Blood Moon Tarot and see what else we have about this person who's throwing a big old public fit. Ah, perfect. Hello, Ruben. What's happening? What else do we have? Six of Dreams and the Five of Honey, or the Five of Pentacles. It's like all you had to do was be quiet and then you would have gotten what you wanted, but that was too much for this King of Wands in the reverse. So maybe they were getting like 80% of what they wanted, but that last 20% was like really getting to them. So we have this temper tantrum or this public crash out, right? I need to get everything that I want, or I'm going to fail to remain composed, right? I'm going to lose my temper. So maybe this is someone who has to watch another person be made partner at a firm. Maybe this is someone who, got most of what they wanted for their wedding, but they can't help but turn into a bridezilla because the last 20% they didn't get, right? Thank you, Gracie. Let me add that for you. Bessie did a job spell. How will it go? I've added that for you. Thank you, Gracie. Sorry, I'm very amused by this pen. Hello, Anjali. How are you doing? Anjali, if you would like me to pull cards for you, you can put your question in a super chat, and I start those in about 30 minutes after the general reading. Hello, Oswego. How are we doing today? Hello, Jacqueline. Happy Friday. How are we doing today? Thank you for the tip. Choosing 1 out of 2 people to go for help about a work situation. for help with work situation. Person I'm choosing to go to, the right person. I've got that added for you. Thank you, Jacqueline. And I do hope that work situation improves for you. Hello, Curran. How are you doing? And yes, thank you for the likes and the subscribes. We're dangerously close to 25,000 subscribers. And when we hit that, I'll be announcing a live stream where I do some free personal readings at the end. So very excited to do that for you all. Hey, I'm just a girl. Could we not do the like shouting thing? Hello and happy Friday, but I would much prefer not being yelled at. All right, what else do we have? The Tower in the reverse with the Six of Cups. And the Page of Wands or Page of Skins in the reverse. So this is like a big announcement or a big to-do. I do feel like it's probably a party or a large gathering of people, and the communication or the announcement doesn't go the way someone wants, or the event is not quite perfect. So this could be a bridezilla, right? This could be somebody who felt like everything needed to be just so. And when, I don't know, when the pies are apple pie instead of strawberry rhubarb, they throw a big fit. There's something here like that, right? It's not perfect, so I'm going to cry about it. Nine of Songs or Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Honey or Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So you got one thing wrong, I'm gonna like flip over tables or toss the tray with the food to the ground and make a big scene, and everyone's gonna be like, what is going on? Why are you losing your temper? Knight of Dreams, which would be the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Dreams or Five of Swords in reverse. It doesn't have to be that big deal. It doesn't have to be a total crash out, but this is someone who feels like it's not resolved or won't get resolved, and therefore they can't hold it back. They lose their temper, yell at somebody, or even start like crying in public, and there's a bunch of people there to basically witness this immature behavior. So we have the High Priestess in the reverse, the Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Three of Songs. Some major event, the Three of Cups. And you didn't do what I wanted, so I'm going to go crazy. All right, this is the Graffiti Tarot. What else do we have, please? Hello, Lee. How are you doing? Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ace of Swords. So we have a best friend, or perhaps it's, you know, someone's boss or even their mother or father pulling this individual aside and saying, hey, calmate, güey. What are you doing? Chill out. Everything's going to be fine. I know it's not exactly what you asked for, but we're still having a good time, or we're still going to celebrate. You know, there's still a lot that is positive happening today. Let's focus on those things, right? Seven of Wands in the reverse. Four of Swords in the reverse. Death and the Magician. They can't handle it. This feels to them like something that cannot be resolved. Like, oh, I can't believe you wore that to my wedding, or oh, I can't believe that, you know, you mispronounced my name as I graduated. That's always going to be a problem. That's going to be, you know, it'll ruin the pictures or whatever it is. So we have someone who feels like I need to like exert some sort of power over this situation. You're fired. Or, you know, like your band, getting kicked out of the wedding, or getting, you know, publicly yelled at to embarrass someone because they feel embarrassed. But it's not a good look. No worries. You're fine. What else? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. Whoa, okay, so if somebody's totally losing their cool at like a wedding, they may be on thin ice already with their partner. And it could be that this is someone who's wondering, do I need to like annul this whole thing? Because I did not think you would be so unreasonable. I did not think that you would make such a fool of yourself. For others, this is like you didn't get your promotion, or you know, someone said your name wrong and you're losing your cool and it's putting your job at risk. There are people around that see this crash out as evidence of somebody not being mature or not being like ready for that distinction. Like, okay, maybe I need to really consider other options, or maybe I've, you know, judged wrong about whether or not this is somebody who can handle that or somebody who should be at my side. Hello, spiritual healer. Happy Friday. How are we doing? Knight of Cups in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. So the person who's having this crash out would be the Magician. They're also coming through as the High Priestess in the reverse. They're trying to exert control or power in this situation. They feel like somebody's not doing something right. So they are basically trying to find a way to make someone feel bad about that situation. But they end up making themselves look bad, right? It's an ill-conceived plan to put someone down or make someone seem like not good enough. And other people are judging them now. Will I move out for my next job? Thank you, Gracie. I've added that for you. Okay, let's see. What else do we need? I think we're going to go with the Grand Tarot Belin. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, if you're wanting me to pull some cards for you without everybody else being able to watch the answers, you can email me about a private reading. I record those and do not add advertisements to them. And then you can watch them as many times as you want. What else do we have? Nine of Cups. Eight of Cups. And the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. 9, 8, 7. Going backwards. This is someone's true personality being put on display. Maybe they'd been able to hold it together and act professional or act lovingly prior to this. But the fact that they have a public meltdown It's causing their reputation to be damaged. It's like you're so focused on exactly what you want. I like it. That you don't realize that you're actually distancing yourself from what you want by throwing this little fit. And now everyone can see exactly what your character is, or the mask falls away and we can see that you're just kind of like a spoiled brat, right? Maybe before you'd been able to convince people that you could be graceful or professional or respectable. But now we see that you're basically just acting like a 12-year-old. Temperance. And the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like they demonstrate for a group of people, I can only be this mature. I can only be this kind. And then I lose my temper and everyone better get out of my way. Embarrassing. Just a little bit embarrassing, yes. So this is why people are discouraged from having public crash outs, because then we have judgments and, you know, reputations are altered. Wow. So we have the Chariot in the reverse. And the Star. There's one person here who's actually relieved. You know, maybe I really needed to see what this person is really like before things got too serious. Before, you know, I really was stuck. Or, man, I'm glad I have a prenup. Man, it's great that I can still, like, return this car. Thank you, Lemon Law. I have to cover the nudity, sorry, y'all. So with the Star, it's like, I can resolve this. The ink isn't dry on that contract yet. I can change this. I can give that promotion to someone else. Thank you for showing me your true colors. Thank you for making it clear in front of everybody, because now I don't even have to explain it to other people what you're really like. Yes, Evan, exactly. Hello, how's it going, James? Yes, exactly, Napping. What a great point. When you're authentic, being uncloaked is not an issue. Because then people just see that you have more reasons to be respected. Happy Friday, Carrie. How are you doing today? So we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Someone being overly defensive or even on the attack when they should be happy or content due to, with this Two of Cups, like I said, it could be nuptials or it could be a professional contract. Remember that with the Two of Cups, it's very easy to see that as a romantic card, but it can also be about two people and what they're bringing to the table. So if this was somebody who was about to make partner and now they're losing their temper, maybe the company is like, oh, is that how you comport yourself? Is that how you behave? Is that what happens when you don't get what you want? Well, I don't think that would be a very good look in front of a judge, so I don't think it's going to work for us. We have the Lovers and the Four of Cups in the reverse. But I didn't think that you could go back on your word. What do you mean you're going to annul the wedding? We just got married. You already said yes to me. Or, you know, we're celebrating my promotion right now. You can't go back on it. Yes, we can. We sure can. There's maybe some sort of clause, or obviously there's the possibility of annulment, right? Happy Friday, Kadu. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Ezio. How are you doing? What do I need to know prior to this weekend? Thank you. I've added that for you. So they're throwing a fit, number one, because things aren't exactly perfect. And then number two, it could be that they actually start getting louder with their temper tantrum when, with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, there's like a worse announcement. Or, okay, we take it back. We're not going to celebrate this. We're not going to move forward with this because we didn't realize you were capable of being such like a snob or such a toddler. So this magician who felt like they had gotten what they wanted, mostly, but freaked out over that last little bit that wasn't what they wanted, now they're finding out they don't get any of it. Okay, so it's your birthday and I bought you a new car and you're mad because it's like the wrong year. Cool. Now you don't get it at all. We'll just take that back now. Because you've shown us that you have no respect for like the spirit of the gesture. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you got me a 57 Chev instead of a 58. So rude. What was that show? Was it like Sweet 16 or something on MTV? And they would have these ridiculously obnoxious birthday parties. And then like super spoiled kids would be gifted ridiculously expensive cars. And they'd be like, oh, I can't believe you got silver instead of black. What? Oh, it doesn't match my nails. It doesn't match my $500 shoes. What were you thinking? We've got someone who's being absolutely unreasonable. So Page of Swords in the reverse, Nine of Wands. Okay, bet. Now you don't get anything. We're done here. I'll take the car myself. Or we're not actually going to be married because apparently you're not ready for it. Three of Wands and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. I do not choose you anymore. I would like to walk away from this whole ordeal and not have any ties to you because you made a like total, I don't know, fool of yourself. Hello, Roshandev. How are you doing? Hello, Will. How are we doing today? Did I miss Robert? Hello, Robert. I hope you're having a good one. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Four of Pentacles. So you're going to lose it all because you had this public crash out. This would be like the boss, the King of Pentacles, or, you know, the parent who bought the car, or the person who's getting married and feels like the bride, or hey, let's be real, it could be the groom, that somebody was being completely unfair to another person publicly and having this crash out. That's cool. I'm gonna leave. I'm done. I'm not gonna do this because apparently I'm negotiating with like a 5-year-old. And you better believe there's a crowd of people like wishing they had some popcorn. Like, oh my gosh, this is great. Oh, he said that. Oh my gosh. Oh, now she's walking out. Oh, she threw a glass of wine. Like there's some entertainment value for the people who are at this event, whatever it may be. Crazy. All right, let's get a few from the Medieval Feathers Tarot. Hello, Decad, how are you doing? Hello, Tarot Jude. If you want to put your question in a super chat, I can add that to the list for you. Start personal questions in about 10 minutes. Hello, Khadijah, how are you doing? Limitations, the Two of Swords in the reverse. Temperance, reconciliation, and disconnect. And then I feel after the crash out or the public temper tantrum, we have some begging. Wait, no, I was just kidding. I'm sorry. Don't do that. Don't fire me. Don't break up with me. Don't take back the car. It's fine. We can just, paint it a different color. But with the disconnect card, it's like, no, you still don't get it. You still don't get it. So the mask has fallen, and not just one important person who makes the decision, but an entire group of people see this person as being completely unreasonable. Thank you, Gracie. Everybody panic. Exactly, napping. Rashna Dev, please be patient or you're going to get booted from the live chat, okay? What else do we have? Reine de Baston, which is the Queen of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. I don't know if I could say the French one. Cavalier d'Épée? I don't know. It's not what I would have expected for swords, but it's okay. I speak Spanish, but French has always been kind of like I don't know if I could do that. But look, we've got persuasion and personality. So, okay, we're in front of a big audience. We've got a big party going on, or it's everybody else at the job, right? And you've just made a complete mockery of the situation, thrown a temper tantrum, and now someone says, fine, you get nothing at all. Then they turn around and they're like, oh, silly me, I must have forgotten myself. Let's not overreact. Oh, that's rich coming from you. You just overreacted in front of everybody. Oh, no, I'm sure we can find a way to resolve this. Let's make this work. That's hilarious, Evan. I love it. See, the funny thing is I have plenty of cards that have a bunch of French on them. I can put it together. I can work it out, but as far as pronunciation, I probably sound awful. Did I say hello to Carrie? I think I did. Thank you, Gracie. Let me add that for you. Anything left for me and Jay? I learned my lessons, though. I appreciate that. And sometimes that's what love is. Or for this person, a public event is. So let's hope they learn their lesson too. King of Pentacles, the boss or the person who's making a decision or the person who bought the wrong car for their teenager. This person is looking at the situation like, why would I continue to deal with you? Why would I continue to try to, celebrate you if you're going to act like that? I think instead I need to just reconsider whether or not I want to be associated with you. Ouch. All right. Let's get a few more from the Royal Fez, the Moroccan Tarot. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Robert. I don't know how I would deal with that. I'm still hurting after losing my cat like 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I might be wrong on that. It might be 3. Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands in reverse. I shouldn't laugh, but it's like somebody's like, okay, I know we just got married, but I really didn't expect you to act like that. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Never mind. I don't want to be associated with you. Or I just promoted you and you're showing everyone that you don't know how to handle yourself in public. So record scratch, we're not actually going to go through with it. I think you're actually fired. Six of Cups in the reverse and the King of Cups in the reverse. If you're going to act that way, then I like remove all the reasoning for this party. If you're going to act like a spoiled brat, then just kidding. Uno reverse. Nope, I think we're good. And I'm just gonna go on the honeymoon by myself, okay? Because I'm sure you would find something wrong with that and make it insufferable if I let you come along. So, deuces. Wow. Hanged Man and the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is coming through in the reverse. So this could literally be a wedding that ends in a breakup. This could be you know, celebration of somebody getting a promotion that ends in they're getting fired. Whoops. Hashtag regret. So we have Judgment and the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. If you can't handle how things are going, if you are that particular and you're going to like be rude in front of a whole group of people, then I think we need to reassess the decision that I've made. You know? Aw, thank you, Lee. Hello, Old May. How you doing? Hello, Michael. Happy Friday. So we've got the 7 of Wands. Somebody who's saying, yeah, no, F that. We're not going to do that. I don't want to be associated with you, or I don't want to be married to someone who's going to throw temper tantrums like that. I don't see there being any amount of work that I could put in to resolve that or avoid those issues. So just like abort. We're done. Cancel. Nope. Thanks. Sorry, guys. I hope you enjoyed your steak and shrimp. But it's done now. Y'all want to take your wedding gifts home with you? Save us the trouble of having to mail them back to you. What do you think? So we have the Hermit in the reverse. Apparently quite a lot of gossip being generated from this event because someone doesn't know how to act right. Someone who ends up, you know, basically pooing in the punch bowl, ruining their own party. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Or throw a really big temper tantrum if I want to. Page of Wands in the reverse and the 8 of Cups in the reverse. I'm literally picturing somebody like grabbing on to somebody's like pant leg or dress, like, please, please don't go. Why are you doing this? And it's like, because you just like made a fool of yourself, because you just acted like unbelievably rude. And I can't imagine rewarding that behavior with a new car or by marrying you. No, thank you. I changed my mind. Hello, Tareen. How are you doing? It's true. It happens. This is the situations deck. So we have someone running away or avoiding, saying, nope, I'm out. I can't do this. You are embarrassing. I can't believe the audacity. you know, maybe I thought at one time that I loved you, or maybe I thought at one time that you could be like the successor, or that you could be, you know, a great addition to the partners at the firm. But now I don't think so. Now, it's pretty clear that you've just been pretending or acting a certain way in order to get what you want. And now that I see the real you, I think we're gonna have to like break up. I think we're gonna have to tear up that agreement, because I can't believe how you behave. It's ridiculous. And the person who's getting fired or broken up with, or, you know, uninvited to their own honeymoon, they don't know what to do. They're begging, they're feeling all sorts of emotions, but I think on some level they realize this is happening because you didn't know how to control yourself. You could have been happy with what you'd gotten, but instead you were unreasonable, and that is how the cookie crumbles. So maybe they'll learn they need to handle things differently going forward. Maybe they'll learn that this is an inappropriate way to handle disappointment. But as of right now, everyone's just basically gossiping about how terribly things went down, wishing they had more popcorn. Did I say hello to Yasir? How are you doing? Ooh, Lord. Did I say hello to James? Sorry, guys, it's early in the morning. Hello, happy Friday, Divine Earth Angel. We're going to dive into those personal questions. Let's see what we've got. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. We've got Gracie, and then Jacqueline, and then Ezio. And if y'all don't mind, I'm going to combine Gracie's questions into one. That's a good way to put it, Rachel. Okay, so for Gracie, Bestie did a job spell. How will it go? How will the job spell go for Gracie? I don't know if I like this. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this is basically saying it's a little bit too tempting to rely on this and then like wait for something to show up. So remember, anytime you're manifesting something, you also have to back up that manifestation work with doing actual action. So make sure that you're following through with, you know, sending applications and doing the work, as opposed to expecting the work spell to do the work for you. Because honestly, what I'm seeing is I don't think that it was done properly, or it's not, you know, sent to the right address. So either there's more work that needs to be done, or this is simply saying you got your own work to do in addition to that. We don't want you to be disappointed. So I would just act as if that work spell had not been done. We've got the Sun in the reverse and the Seven of Swords. I kind of feel like she did it wrong. Not like intentionally, but I don't feel like this is going to get you what you want. So I would act as if the spell had not been done at all. It's not going to cause any issues like preventing it, will it? No. All right. And with being able to move out for the next job as Gracie would desire, how will that go? This is saying it will go well if you're planning, but you got to make sure that you have a little extra money beyond what you initially think. There is a risk that you do so too quickly and then you end up kind of frustrated, not having the money that you need. So plan for you know, like a little extra on top of what you think is necessary. Maybe the electrical costs are more. Maybe there's a fee that you didn't anticipate. Maybe there's a delay in getting your first paycheck. Whatever it is, make sure that you have more than enough when you move out, and then you'll be able to make it work. And what about whether or not there's anything left for Gracie and Jay? No. And this is largely due to a refusal to deal with self-sabotaging behavior. It seems like there's resistance towards healing. This could be on both sides, but primarily it looks to me like you're more willing to dive into that healing energy than he is. Is this because of his friends? It's because he feels like there's nothing else that needs to be done. It's like if somebody were to clean your kitchen for you and they feel like it looks good, but they don't do it to the standards that you would. Hello, Tiana. How are you doing? This is like he leaves something undone. So it prevents there from being something more for the two of you because it would just be a repeat. So do what you can to reclaim that energy, because that energy that you're sending towards Jay, thinking about Jay, or, wanting to know what's up with Jay, that's energy that you could be putting towards manifesting the new job. So I would invest whatever you can into the professional side of things, and not let Jay be a draw on your energy. The way that I'm picturing it is, if you've ever had to blow up an air mattress that has a leak in it, it's extremely frustrating. Jay is the leak on an air mattress. You gotta tape it up. So that you can actually get the job that you want, right? Focus your energy that way. All right, let's see what we've got for Jacqueline. This is the Tarot of the Nile. I would agree, Evan. All right, for Jacqueline. Jacqueline is choosing one out of two people to go to for help with a work situation. Is Jacqueline choosing the right person? No. Chariot in the reverse, Lovers in the reverse. Is the other person a better fit? Are you saying neither of them will be helpful? Okay, it's not looking great for either of them being helpful, to be honest. Is there someone that is going to be helpful for Jacqueline? No, I don't like it. So is there a way that Jacqueline can deal with this work situation individually? Yes. So basically, this is saying you can go to somebody else about this work situation, but you're going to get more respect from the people that you're dealing with if you have a conversation with them on your own. So let me give you an example. I worked for a company that was pretty small, and the owner of the company, it was like the company was his baby. He was maybe a little bit of a micromanager, but he also had a temper. And if something didn't go his way, he would have a little bit of a public crash out. And I saw him do it to other people, so I kind of expected at some point it would happen to me. And then one day it did happen to me. Now, I could have gone to HR and talked about how the owner of the company spoke to me in front of other people. I could have maybe even talked to my own boss about it, who reported to the owner. But instead, what I did is I got a little bit of advice from someone who had been at the company for a very long time, and then I went and talked to the president of the company myself. And some of you, I'm sorry, you've already heard this story, but I found some time where he was available, and I phrased it as, the other day when we were talking about such and such, I was a little taken aback by your reaction. It made me feel like perhaps there was something that we could have talked about in a different way, maybe not in front of others, but I believe that you look at me as an asset to your team, but the way that you spoke to me the other day made me feel like you don't look at me as an asset to the team. And I would work better or deliver better results if I have that as motivation, knowing that you feel I'm an asset to the team. I had to choose my words carefully. I may not have, regurgitated it perfectly just now, but I had a direct conversation with that person. This is saying if you go to one or the other of the two people that you want to help with this work situation, it may actually make things worse. It may isolate you or ostracize you from the work group or the person at the center of this. So if you can instead have a conversation and be respectful, as I'm sure you're capable of doing, then you might be able to help somebody who is otherwise kind of stubborn actually see how you feel. But if you're involving someone else to deal with this, it may just get more complicated. If Jacqueline goes to the person that Jacqueline is thinking of and asks for a catch-up, is that the right move? No. There's someone, I feel like it's like you're trying to go around someone. And this is saying face the problem head on. Maybe it's more than one person. But if there's someone that you're wanting to help the situation, maybe it's, talk to the client directly or talk to your colleague or your boss directly. This is saying it's like trying to circumvent when the answer is right in front of you or the person that you could talk to is right in front of you. Hello, DFA. How are you doing? So you said, is it one of two people? It's neither of those two people. So there's a more direct approach that you can take. Yes, otherwise it gets too complex or there's too many people involved when you could maybe even find the resource yourself, right? But it seems like it's going the wrong way. Okay. I hope that's helpful, and I wish you luck with that, because let me tell you that I was nervous to have that conversation. All right, let's see what we have for Ezio. Ooh, happy birthday, DFA. I hope you have some fun plans or some relaxing plans ahead. All right, so for Ezio, we have, what do I need to know prior to this weekend? You're going to get some sort of opportunity or invitation, and you might be tempted to stay at home or, call out, say, nope, sorry, I can't go. Oh, I'm not feeling well. This is saying, you need to go, or you need to accept this invite. Is this something that's actually happening this weekend? Oh, okay. It's an invitation that you get this weekend that you might want to sidestep, right? There's a reason for you to be getting this invitation. Thank you, DFA. Need to know? I've got that added for you. Hello, Terrain. Feel free to add your request to a super chat and I will add it to the list. So if you don't go, there's something that doesn't connect for you. So when you're weighing your decision as to whether or not to accept this invitation, which it looks like you get told about it this weekend, or you have to maybe RSVP this weekend, it isn't necessarily happening this weekend. But your communication around this is important. This feels to me like a group thing where maybe you meet somebody important or something that you need to talk about finally gets addressed. But there's a temptation here on your side to be like, how about no? I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be washing my hair. Hello, Joe. I hope you're having a better day at some point. Sorry that it sounds like it's not going well. At least it's Friday, right? Yes, thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I sure appreciate you all. So Ezio with the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Sun in the reverse, there's something here that you don't realize, even though you might, like your gut reaction or your instincts tell you to be like, no, I can't do that. No, I can't make that. There's something here that's going to be worth it for you. So be like Bruce Almighty and say yes. Maybe not to everything, but at least to this thing. Well, it said it's not so much that the event is happening this weekend. You get told about the event. So it might be that you go to this birthday party and then they invite you to like, you know, we're going boating next weekend. That's the thing that they're saying you should be going to. It's not an event that happens this weekend. It's that you learn about something this weekend. So it could be at that birthday party that you get this invitation. Maybe initially it seems like it's just like a group thing, but someone's actually wanting to get to know you better because they have a crush. I know, that's fair, Ezio. Let me add this for Gracie. Thank you, Gracie. And then we've got DFA up next. Asked for help from friend K. And Y for job. We'll see how that goes for you, Gracie. Thank you. You said, how will it ho? Oh, it's gonna ho, ho, ho all the way home. It's gonna be great. Ho-tastic. All right. For DFA, what does DFA need to know for the birthday? Ten of Wands, Queen of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups. Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. This feels to me like somebody might be not a good friend. Is this about friendship? Or somebody is like emotionally manipulative. So we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Trying to resolve an issue, but not actually doing right by it. Is this like a cancellation? There's someone here who may have an inability to meet up or to do right by a promise they made. So you might have someone who has car trouble or somebody who, you know, hey, I'm not feeling well. Why the Eight of Pentacles? They're not telling you exactly what the real reason is for this cancellation or this, sorry, I'm going to be late, or I can't do that, or I can't borrow that thing to you. There's an issue here that they don't want to tell you the truth about. They don't want to tell you the whole like nitty-gritty story. Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords. So Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords both have somebody that's blindfolded. Is there like a relationship problem here that someone doesn't want to talk about? Yeah. So especially if you're dealing with somebody who is married or in a long-term relationship with someone, there could be an argument or some sort of like, I'm thinking about breaking up with this person, but they can't really tell you the actual situation going on. So I guess from what I can pick up, this is saying you might be a little frustrated. You might be wanting to ask questions like, hey, that doesn't sound like what's really going on. I would just be like, okay, I understand, and I hope things get better, or I hope you feel better. Because if you dig too much, it's going to get real awkward. There's a reason why somebody doesn't want to tell you the whole story. It could even have to do with like a health situation, but you've got this like little warning, like, it's okay. You can probably pick up on this person not being fully honest with you, but let it go, you know? I think you're going to get the whole picture or the whole story eventually, but right now it might be a little bit painful for someone to recount. Hello, Flower. How are you doing? Happy Friday. That's a lot of sleep. Congratulations on the tattoo. That is awesome. That's funny, Rachel. Hello, Taurus. You can put your request in a super chat. I will add you to the list. And again, happy birthday, DFA. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Let's see. What do we want? We're going to go for the Spellcasters Tarot. I'm doing well. Thank you, Flower. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't gotten a new tattoo in years, but I think I'm going to have to at some point. Hey, Taurus, you can put that in a super chat if you want me to read for you, okay? So for Gracie asked for help from friend K and also friend Y for job. How will that go? Let's see for friend K. So I do feel like Kay has the right intentions here, but the connections may not be the best. We have Three of Cups in the reverse, Stars in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. So it's almost like I heard that this company is hiring, but they've just found someone and your friend Kay wasn't told. With the Stars in the reverse, this is like, nope, not the right direction. You can't sit here, right? That kind of energy. Hello, Theistic. How are you doing? That's funny. All right. And what about for friend Y? Will this be helpful? Yes. I do think friend Y has good intentions and the ability to help you find something. We've got the King of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So while, of course, also still sending out applications that do not have that assistance, I would invest in whatever friend Y is able to point in your direction. But you got to make sure that you are also looking on your own. 8 of Cups in the reverse, 5 of Swords in the reverse. I do feel like there's a lot of possibility with regards to friend Y helping you, but everything is needing to be backed up by you doing your own search as well. Oh, Lord. That's a lot, Flower. I hope you heal quickly. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Gracie, and the 8 of Swords. I feel like there's advice here to make sure that you are casting a wider net. Do not just rely on 1 or 2 irons in the fire, right? Oh no, Robert. Good luck with that. All right, y'all, that is my list. I think I'm going to go eat some breakfast. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And thank you for checking out